What's up guys, Brian here. I'm going to walk you through how to set up the auto clicker macro to transfer to the Tarnished Coast server. It's pretty straightforward, might take a couple little tweaks here and there for depending on your personal setup, but hopefully this will help you figure out how to get it set up and running. So the first thing you want to do is open up your Guild Wars 2 game, click login and play. And you have to do this before setting up anything in the macro because you have to take note of where the confirm button is that you click when you choose transfer. So I'm going to wait for my game to load up here. In this particular account, this is my second account, so I don't have any characters on here. So the character selection screen comes up first, so I'm going to hit back. And then when I hit world selection, I'm going to choose a random server and click transfer. And then you have to take note of where this transfer button is, because you're going to need to click that area as you're creating the macro later on. So if you have a sticky note or something, put it on your screen to kind of mark that location. Obviously I can't show this in the video, but I'm going to put my finger right on that area so I know where it is, because I don't have any sticky notes or anything available, but just note where that spot is and you'll need that later. So then we'll close out of this and hit log out. And now we're going to start recording the macro. So as you can see, I've already done it, so I'm just going to clear this and start it over. Alright, so the first thing you do is you hit record. Then you go over here and log in, as you normally would. Click play. Wait for the game to load. Now at this point, if you already have characters created, you would just go straight to the world transfer button, but since I don't, I have to click the back button first. So I click back. Then you hit the world selection button. It'll bring up all the world selections. Click the name column here twice, because this will sort it alphabetically. With Tarnished Coast will be second in that list. It's important you do this step because it has to be in the same spot every time, and if you sort it alphabetically it will be. Then you click Tarnished Coast. Click the grayed out transfer button, and then click the spot that you marked previously as to where the confirm button was. Which for me was right there. Okay, now that that's done, just click log out. Wait for this to load back until you see the login button again. And click stop. The very last step here is to delete the last line, because this last command is clicking the stop button, and you don't want it to do that or it won't loop. So I'll just delete that. Now, the thing you might have to play with is these numbers here are milliseconds and how long it waits in between each click. The first time I tried this, it was trying to click the world selection button too soon because my game was taking a while to load. So play around with these numbers, see how long it takes for your game to load, and you should be able to adjust it so that it will click the button when it's actually available. So you're going to click this loop checkbox, set this to a bunch of 9s, and hit play. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I set up the delays in my particular situation to make sure that my game was loaded before it tried to click the world selection button and things of that nature. The delays had to be set up to a point where everything was loaded before it tried to click the button. So I've messed around with these numbers on the side here that determine the delay in between each click. And I used this button here called Change Delay. What this does is you put a number in here and it will change all of these delays to the same number. So I went with 2 seconds to start off and then adjusted from there. The only ones that I really need a delay on are this third one here, because this is all I need to do to wait for my game to load before it tries to click the world selection button. So I made that 26 seconds to give my game plenty of time to load in. And then the other one is the very first click. This will delay clicking the login button so that when it loops around, the game has a chance to get back to this screen here before it tries to click login. If it does it too soon, it won't be able to click the login button because it won't be there yet. So I changed that to 15 seconds just to give my game plenty of time to handle that. So let's click play and see if it works. So now there's going to be a 15-second delay before it starts because of that delay I set at the beginning there. So let's see what happens. Okay, logged in, and play. Waiting for my game to load. But this was the 26-second delay, so it should give it plenty of time to load. There it is. Now we'll just wait for it to click that back button. There we go. Click that transfer button, and if it was open, then that would have clicked confirm and log out. And now it should wait 15 seconds, which should give my game enough time to load back up, and it will start the process all over again. And there it goes. Log in, play. And it will just keep looping this process until you hit stop. So give it a shot, play around with the timers on your own system. It depends on how long your game takes to load. All those sorts of things. We'll need to adjust your timer for that. But that's the whole process. Give it a shot. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to help you out. And we'll see you on Tarnished Coast.